Welcome to the channel, guys. My name is Xillin, and today we're going to talk about why I stopped making Ashes of Creation content. There's probably a lot of you that already think, well, you stopped making Ashes of Creation content because there was no interest in the content. And it's kind of right, but not really. A little bit, though. Some of you may be thinking, hey, you're not making it because, it's vaporware or whatever other nonsense you put on the thumbnail. And that's actually not true at all. And then there's going to be some of you who are going to be like, this guy stopped making content because he sucks at making content. And that's actually probably the truest of the options that I presented there. So during the Alpha 1 testing, I knew that the interest for Ashes of Creation was going to fall off once the testing was over. The mystery was lifted. The veil had been lifted. There was no longer any questions. People had their questions answered about the game, and now the development staff was going to go into a kind of a cave, say so to speak, and just start developing. And there wasn't going to be new content and new things to talk about to get people excited. And I'll give the development staff a lot of credit. With a couple of months of exception, they've given us lots of new stuff every time. Some really exciting stuff. Obviously, the switch to Unreal Engine 5 and the combat update and a lot of other things that have been going along. So obviously that did play a part in why I stopped creating content. What do they say? The juice wasn't worth the squeeze or whatever. But that's not actually what happened. What actually happened was, as I realized, okay, because I tried to make content after Alpha 1, I tried to keep up with the same content schedule, and it just, A, I was running out of ideas, but B, even the videos I was making, just they weren't getting the type of viewership that makes it worth even making the videos, because sometimes these videos take hours to make. Um, so I went and I started looking at other people's content. I wanted to figure out, okay, if I'm not going to create Ash's content from now until, let's say, the launch of Alpha 2, um, what can I do so that when Alpha 2 does launch, my content will be as good as possible? And obviously that means improving my own skills. And so I started paying attention to some of the other content creators, both for Ashes and then just generic other content creators. And that actually led me to watching a lot of Narc's content. Previous to that, I had watched some Narc content, but I was making my own content. I didn't have time to watch everything that he put out. And I really came away with two conclusions that I had never considered before or never thought about before, because I was just so busy trying to make my own content and do my own thing. And one is that he's willing to do what I'm not willing to do. And by that, I mean make the same video over and over and over again with slight variations. Basically, make an Ashes of Creation hype video over and over and over again. And that's not a knock on Narc. That's not a knock on Narc at all. Like, if you can do that, if you can find content that you can make and you can kind of reinvent that content and make slight variations to it, and people keep clicking on those videos, more power to you, man. That's awesome. I don't want to do that. I don't want to make that type of content. It's just not my style. So the second thing I learned is that I suck at making videos. Like, Narc makes way better video. That guy's a way better video creator than I am. And so that's when I said, okay, I need to stop and just stop making videos. They're not getting enough attention to begin with, and then that the attention is gonna come. Like, at some point, there's going to be lots and lots of attention on Ashes of Creation. So I need to be making much better videos when that happens. So I peeled back. I started practicing. I made a whole bunch of content that you guys have never seen, nor will you ever see. Some of it's pretty bad, but it started getting better and better. And I reached a point where I was comfortable enough with what I was doing, and I felt comfortable enough with the actual video creation process, and that I could do more things than just this type of video right here, where it's just me talking to the camera. Um, that I started creating content for Star Wars: The Old Republic because I was playing that at the time, and it was very, very successful. I got rave reviews. People really, really liked it. They liked the information that I was presenting. They liked the style in which I was presenting it. And that feedback matched what was going on with the analytics of the channel, the view time and the sub count and all those things that YouTubers have to care about, right? All that stuff was where I wanted it to be, where I thought it should be. My interest in SWTOR was waning. I played it for so long. It just doesn't hold my interest for very long anymore. And so obviously I stopped making that content, and I've gone on a little bit of a hiatus for personal reasons and other things, but I've been just taking it easy and kind of figuring out who I want to be. Here's the key thing, though. I think that we are in the lead up to the announcement of the launch of Alpha 2, very similar to how we were in that lead up to the announcement of the launch of Alpha 1 back in like March of 2021. Um, so I think that we're in that space where we're leading towards all that, and I think it's time to start making more content. So this is me letting you guys know more Ashes content is coming from me. I cannot do the every single day, here's my opinion and here's why I'm justifying it video that I was doing. One, because there's not that much that type of content to do. And two, because what I learned from making the SWOTOR videos is that I really enjoy doing content that provides value. Like people got a lot of value out of the information that I was able to give them, and in the way that I was able to give it to them. And so that's the type of content that I want to make. However, I am going to continue to make some of those, I call them talking head videos, opinion videos, low value videos. I totally admit that. I'm going to continue to make some of those videos so that you guys can, if you liked my content before, that's going to be what's coming. But I do want to let you guys know that once we have Alpha 2 in our hands, I haven't disappeared. I'm not gone. I'm here. I'm going to be streaming. I'm going to be making videos just like I was during Alpha 1. However, this time I have a much better idea of what type of videos I want to make and how to make those videos. And so I'm really, really excited for Alpha 2. I think we're really, really close. Beginning of next year sometime is what I'm thinking. And I'm, quarter 1, quarter 2, somewhere in there. And I'm really, really excited to get started again and make all those guide videos and all the class builds and stuff like that. The stuff that I've been excited about since day one of Ashes. I want to take that excitement and that passion and channel it into new YouTube videos for you guys. So I can't wait. I'm excited. If you guys want to come along on this journey with me, I'd be absolutely blessed to have you. That's really all I have for this one, guys, and see y'all.